Hey everyone, I'm here with a quick video on Diddy and his life behind bars. They're saying it's pretty lonely for him out there in the Metropolitan Detention Center out there in Brooklyn. He's in a cell by his lonesome, and they said he's pretty lonely. He's in the cell by himself for many reasons. Reason number one, or just no particular order, but reason number one is because the crimes that he is accused of. They're saying that in jail, anybody who's ever comes in and they're accused of doing something to a minor, other prisoners want to do prison justice and take care of said person themselves. So that is one of the reasons why they cannot let Diddy out in the general population. In addition to that, he's a high profile celebrity. So that's another reason why prisoners, just again to get some prison cred, they may try to take Diddy out so that they can be said to be the one that took said monster off of other people's hands. So there's multiple reasons as to why he's in a cell by himself. But while he's in that cell by himself, they have the Psych team coming to visit Diddy several times throughout the day. So he's fortunate. He gets to have some type of interaction with someone. So they go to make sure they're checking on his mental health and also to see that, if he's transitioning well from street life to prison life. Now, they also claiming that he's getting special privileges, right? And this is all stuff that someone heard from someone else, and they are doing an interview to the Daily Mail and telling us this is what is so. So they're saying part of his special privileges are that he's getting to shower, wash his behind more than regular prisoners do. Now, listen, I think it is barbaric, but I guess when you give up your rights to the free world, anything goes. I think it's barbaric that people cannot shower every day just because they're in prison. But listen, that's why I'm going to make sure I don't do anything and end up behind bars. But apparently there is a limit to the amount of times you can shower per week while in prison. God help us all, right? Inmates just walking around stinking. But anywho, listen, I also wonder too, what happens if you're a female inmate? Do you get the same limited amount of showers as everyone else does? What if you are still in childbearing age? You haven't gone fully into menopause and you still have your monthly friend that comes to visit you all the time. What do you do in that case when you simply sometimes really need to shower extra because you got a heavy flow? I guess again, don't do a crime and you won't have to worry about that. I would be sick to my stomach. I shower all the time, every day, all day long. After I come home from the gym, I shower. Before I go to bed, I shower. When I wake up, I shower. And not because anything happened to me while I was asleep. I just like to get in the shower to just give me a little for the day and kind of wake me up. So it is extremely crazy to me that they get a limited amount of shower time. But let's go ahead and get into this story, because they're saying he's pretty lonely behind bars. So Diddy is sad and lonely in prison, where he's visited by a psych team every day. So living in lockup isn't going well for the disgraced bad boy mogul Sean Diddy Combs, said prison expert Larry Levine. Levine's director and founder of Wall Street Prison Consultants appeared on the DailyMail.com's hit podcast, The Trial of Diddy, where he revealed Combs is getting daily visits from a psych team that's monitoring his mental health. He's not really on suicide watch, but my inside source tells me that there is someone coming by to visit him with several times a day, to make sure that he's okay, Levine said. He added he's got somebody from psychology department coming out to visit him. So it's like a game that they play with the inmates. Remember, he's not playing chess. He's in a cell by himself. Combs, 54, has been locked up at Brooklyn's notorious Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC, since he was arrested on September 16 on federal charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation for the purpose of prostitution. Levine, whose company prepares defendants for prison life and helps them navigate rehab and other prison programs, claims Combs is already getting preferential treatment at the Brooklyn jail. Now, Levine, he spent time in jail, but this guy is smart. Imagine coming up with a company that helps prisoners navigate their life in the prison world. I mean, I love it, right? They said if you want to start a company, find a deficit and you're almost guaranteed to make money. He'll never go out of business because there's always going to be a new person going to jail. My sources are telling me that Combs is getting extra showers a week, Levine said. I don't know how many, it probably varies. They're giving them extra privileges. MDC, known for its horrific conditions and violent incidents, currently houses about 1,200 inmates. That's a lot of people. And you know what's interesting to me about this whole Combs situation in this Metropolitan Detention Center? I always heard that federal prisons were better than the rest, but in this instance, I guess not. Other infamous criminals, including Jeffrey Epstein, his madam and associate Ghislaine Maxwell, and R&B singer R. Kelly, have been held at the Brooklyn facility. So I guess this facility is co-ed, not co-ed as in the male and female inmates can mix, but co-ed as in part of the building, I guess, is for the male inmates and another part of the building is for the female inmates. There have been numerous deaths at the MDC, sparking several civil lawsuits against the jail for wrongful deaths. One included the death of a 36-year-old inmate, Edwin Cordero, who died in July after he was injured in a jail fight. Very sad. Cordero's attorney, Andrew Dulac, had called the facility an overcrowded, understaffed, and neglected federal jail that is hell on earth. Good gosh. Now over here, in this picture here, that's Diddy with his hands in his like his face and his hands. This was, I want to say that was taken right after the Cassie video leaked, and this is his house manager who is being compared to the Ghislaine Maxwell. And I'm just wondering why this chick is not locked up also. And I hope they didn't give her immunity because it would be totally unfair. That's just a picture of the jail that Diddy's allegedly in. Catch what I'm saying? Allegedly, but we're going to carry on. Crypto mogul Sam Bankman-Fried, who was convicted of fraud, is also at the jail and complaining about the jail's food. Bankman-Fried, who is a vegan, has been surviving on a diet of peanut butter, bread, and water, his attorney said. Now, I guess he's doing what he has to do, but I didn't even think vegans ate bread. But I guess, he can't just eat peanut butter and water. So I guess he's doing what he has to do. Combs had similar complaints. I think the food's probably the roughest part of it, said one of Combs' attorneys, Mark, at after a hearing earlier this month. Levine, who himself spent 10 years in federal prison for fraud and racketeering, said someone like Combs, who is used to a lavish lifestyle, will be affected not only by the physical restrictions in his cell. Now, this is a rendition because no cameras are allowed in the courtroom. This was Diddy. This was a picture of like supposedly his mother. I don't know who's on the other side here, but the way his mother appeared in that courtroom the day that he had went back to court, she looked a mess. I'm hoping if she comes for future appearances, someone gets her stylish and she shows up looking better than that. He said allegations that Combs allegedly sexually assaulted minors also makes him a prime target amongst fellow prisoners. This week, Texas-based attorney Tony Busby and other attorneys filed 7 new federal civil suits alleging Combs as aid or are the complainant in separate incidents between 2000 and 2022. The fact that this man was still allegedly doing his reign of terror all the way up into 2022 is insane to me. 2 of the anonymous accusers are men and 3 are women, including one who alleged that Combs drugged and armed her when she was 13 years old at the VMA's after party in 2000. The Busby law firm represents some 120 victims who the firm announced will file suits against the Bad Boy producer earlier this month. Meanwhile, Combs' lawyers are still trying to get him out of jail and filed an appeal to the 2nd U.S. Circuit Court after 2 judges rejected his release on bail. The matter will be discussed at a hearing on November 4th, which is right around the corner. Now, initially, my thought process was that there's no way on this earth another judge will go against like fellow judges, especially 2, and say, you know what, y'all denied his bail. but I'm going to agree that he can go get out on bail. Now, the only reason why I'm thinking this November 4th trial will be somewhat different is because of the simple fact that what was I going to say? The simple fact that what's that guy's name? Mike Jeffries from the Abercrombie and Fitch, situation, which his allegations against him are very similar to what Diddy is facing, and they let him out on bail with an ankle monitor. I'm thinking that is why on November 4th, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen, but I think Diddy stands a chance of getting out on bail because they let this Mike Jeffries out on bail. But time will tell. We shall see. He's got a lonely existence of being Senator Combs. He's got a target on his back, and it's fact he's got too much on too many people. So what he's trying to say is, so I'll read this and then I'll tell you. Someone's going to have to take him out, and it's not going to be the inmates there because they can't get to him. So what he's saying is similar to Jeffrey Epstein. So Jeffrey Epstein allegedly on 24-hour watch while in prison took his own life. So he's trying to say that Diddy is in a similar situation where he knows too much about other powerful people, and someone is going to take Diddy's life. And he said it can't be the inmates because of the simple fact that they don't have access to him. So they're trying to say that someone else is going to do it because Diddy knows too much, did too much, and nobody else wants to go down and take the fall as a result of being associated or hanging with Diddy. So listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on them saying that, Diddy is living a lonely existence while in jail, in a cell by himself, and has the psych team visiting him several hours throughout the day? Also, what are your thoughts on the fact that he knows too much and he knows a lot on some very powerful people? And on that note, there's several things he has against him, and there's no way on the face of this earth they're saying that they're about to let Diddy, just continue to breathe. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts. Chat with me. I'll chat back. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.